Everyone is extremely angry at the Oscars this year, and the amount of backlash that Hollywood has received over the past couple of days with how absolutely woke and pathetic and insane Hollywood has gotten with the Oscars for this year has everyone up in arms. And not just people like you and me, but people like the legendary actor himself, Josh Brolin, who says that he is now quitting acting over how insane the Oscars have gotten. And when you see why he is quitting, it makes a lot of sense, okay? Josh Brolin, like a lot of people, are starting to wake up to see just how ridiculous and pathetic the Oscars are. One of the things that has people extremely upset this year is this film that was nominated for Best Picture called Emilia Perez, which has a 27% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes from audiences. I'm not going to delve too much into this film because I talked about it in a video yesterday. You can go check that out if you want to. Really good video, by the way. But yeah, this film is absolutely insane in every way possible, okay? It has a lot of alphabet community nonsense in it. It's all about this trans individual and all of that type of stuff. It's completely insane. You guys will not believe how ridiculous the plot is for this film. And it was nominated for Best Picture. This whole thing is going to be a complete and total clown show, and Josh Brolin has now reached the end of his rope when it comes to how insane Hollywood has gotten, and now he is quitting acting. Josh Brolin said he's stepping back from acting after director Denis Villeneuve was snubbed by the Oscars for Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 is one of the best films easily that has come out from this past year, and as you can see here, these are the people that were nominated for Best Director, and Denis Villeneuve is not on this list. You have people on this list like James Mangold. Like, look at the Rotten Tomatoes ratings for Dune Part 2. It has a 95% from audiences and 92% from critics versus a 27% from audiences and a 73% from critics, which is very, very bad for a film that was nominated for Best Picture. This is insane. And Josh Brolin has now taken a look at what is going on, and he's like, this is ridiculous, and I don't want to be a part of all this nonsense anymore. So let's go ahead and check this out and see what he has to say. The famous actor revealed on his Instagram story that he's standing by what he previously said to Variety in November after Villeneuve was snubbed by the Academy when he was not nominated for the first Dune movie. So this is what he said previously: if he doesn't get nominated this year, I'll quit acting. Josh Brolin, he played a role in Dune Part 2, by the way. He was fantastic in it, as he always is. It was a better movie than the first one. It's masterful, and Denis is one of our master filmmakers. I couldn't agree more with that. If the Academy Awards have any meaning whatsoever, they'll recognize him. Well, now Josh Brolin has woken up to realize that the Oscars do not have any meaning whatsoever. So now that has now led Josh Brolin to this moment where he has completely snapped, okay? Brolin put it all out there for his more than 3 million followers and backed up his comment. He seemed to be oddly comfortable about stopping, or at the very least stalling, his career over petty award show politics, which is exactly what it is, by the way. The fact that Denis did not get nominated had nothing to do with his talent. If it was about talent, he very easily, very obviously would have been nominated, but it has nothing to do with that. It's all about their political nonsense in Hollywood, and that's just the way that the game works. That's how Hollywood operates these days, and it is ridiculous, and more people are getting sick and tired of it. So this is what Josh Brolin said. Apparently, I am going to quit acting because Denis Villeneuve did not get nominated. He said, this is just how this thing works. It makes no sense to me. That's okay. So that's what he put out on Instagram. Now, I'm very curious to see how many other people over the next few years, especially now that we have Trump as president, are going to wake up to see that they don't need to play along with the BS any longer that continues to happen in Hollywood. The 56-year-old actor seemed truly irked to discover Villeneuve wasn't in the running for Best Director when the Academy Awards were announced. Everyone is extremely angry at Hollywood and the Oscars for the nominations this year. There were many films that had great directing this year, but what Denis did in all aspects of the craft was masterful. And when you look at like people that are talking about some of the films that were nominated for Best Picture and people that were nominated for directing, everyone's like, what? Y'all snubbed Denis Villeneuve. This is why we don't take you seriously. 110%. Where the F is Denis? Why the F does Emilia Paris keep getting nominated? Did anybody actually watch it? It's effing garbage. Everyone is extremely angry at this, and the comments just continue on and on and on with everyone like, where the F is Denis? Hollywood is a joke. The Oscars are a joke. We all see this, and this is why they continue to suffer. This is why their ratings continue to plummet. This is why Hollywood continues to fade into irrelevancy and obscurity, because everyone is starting to wake up to see just how much of a joke they are.